Welcome back. Fox 56 News Chief Medical Contributor Dr. Ryan Stanton is with us in studio.
Great to have him back. This morning he's focusing on the World Cup and America 250 and the pandemic risks that come with these major events.
Well, it isn't as much the pandemic side of things. It's really just the fact of the public health role in monitoring large gatherings because of the potential risks of disease spread because we get all together. So this is something that lives under the ground, under the surface of a lot of events that are out there, including the ones that we're talking about here on this show. So as the United States hosts major international events such as the FIFA World Cup and America 250 celebrations, public health officials are focusing on one of the biggest challenges associated with mass gatherings. That's the increased risks of disease exposure and spread. Large events bring together hundreds of thousands of people from different regions and countries, creating opportunities for infectious illnesses to move quickly across communities and borders. While most attendees were going to enjoy these events without issue, public health experts emphasize that increased travel, crowded venues, shared transportation, and close contact among visitors can accelerate the transmission of respiratory, GI, and other communicable diseases. International gatherings also increase that risk even further because of the increased risk of travel and people from different areas where we may not have exposure for certain diseases. So some of these may be new to the United States or areas where we have higher risk of other diseases. For that reason, health officials spend years preparing for these events through enhanced surveillance, laboratory readiness, emergency planning, and coordination among local, state, federal, and international partners. The goal is not to create alarm because this happens at all major events, but to identify potential threats early and to respond quickly if those problems arise. Public health preparedness often goes unnoticed when it works well, but it remains one of the most important factors in keeping large-scale events safe and successful. So this really isn't something that's new or different. It's just we have two really big major events here in the United States going on this year. And so just let you know, the public health folks that are out there are the ones that are looking, surveilling, keeping an eye on these. Even the events I use and do with NASCAR and those events have public health officials there just to keep an eye on things to see if there's a potential threat.
All right, so I'm going to a concert tonight at the Opera House. Clearly much smaller compared to the World Cup. But is the information that they're gathering essentially for these larger events helping with smaller events like
it
local
will,
concerts?
because it keeps an idea of what you're expecting to see. So like right now, a lot of the apps people use for sleep will let you know the cough meters and the risk of things that are out there. And they actually look at social media, at some of the trends, the searches that are out there. There's a lot of ways to start picking up the trends and seeing what to expect. And it isn't much about canceling an event or changing an event, but it really is about making sure there's preparedness for public health, for healthcare officials, and those that may be responding to anything that may crank up, that we may see more than our baseline.
All right, look forward to seeing you next half hour, is that right?
We're actually going to talk about a new sunscreen option that has now been approved here in the U.S.
Okay.
It's been available for years in other countries.
Oh, wow. Okay. Look forward to that, Doc. Thanks. Justin's up with another look at the weather next.
Download the Fox 56 streaming channel on your Fire TV, Apple TV, or Roku device today.